Hey guys, Ramblin Man here. This is my first video. This is all new to me. I'd like you guys to watch my videos and follow me along. I got a lot of things I want to do and show you guys. And picking and flipping, that's only part of it. If you guys will follow me, I got a lot of stuff I want to pass on and show people what you can get out there and do. I'm going to do some interesting videos, not just of us going to estate sales and yard sales and thrift stores and all that kind of stuff. We've got some other videos I want to get out there and let you see. We acquired a motorhome that I want to make some videos from start to finish of us acquiring it, what we're going to do to it. You can watch me do every bit of that from start to finish, from day one. Like right now, it needs pressure wash. You're going to see all that. When I get home, I'm going to make some little clips of stuff that we've already acquired that I want to include in my first video. But today, I'm sitting where it all started. This is 30 acres of property sitting at an intersection where I grew up. We had an antique store, we had a gas station, we had a little cafe, pretty much a one-stop everything, mom and pop, whatever you want to call it. And that's what I grew up in. So I had to learn at an early age about antiques, souvenirs, soda pop machines, pumping gas back when people actually would pump gas for you and check the air in your tires and check your oil. You know, that was me. That was my childhood. That was going into my teen years. And that's how I acquired some of this knowledge. This is all pre-internet. You know, we had books or just word of mouth and learning things, you know, so it stuck. And in the 80s, we had a recession. If people are my age, you know, they're going to remember that. So that's when things went south for all this operation here on this corner. And so I had to rethink my whole life. Yes, we still got the property, but there are no buildings. Some of the stuff got put in storage. Some of the things got sold to other dealers. And some of it I held on to. I'll show you that in some videos. But in the 90s, toward the end of the 90s in 99, when the internet took off in 94, 95, I didn't have a computer. But in 99, I got my hands on a computer, and that's when I met my wife and went up to her neck of the woods. She come down here to my neck of the woods. So it's like north meets south, south meets north. Culture shock for both of us. But that was 21 years ago. And we've been a team ever since then. With her knowledge of computers and internet and all this crazy stuff, we did some eBay back in the early days. She got all the way up to even power seller just to say we did it. And then we kind of put it on the back burner for a while. You know, we got grandkids. We've had things happen, you know. It was just I guess you could call it two sparrows in a hurricane. I had an airbrush business that I did for a very long time, very long hours. I'm retired from that now, so please don't, you know, I'll show you about all the airbrush history, but I really don't want to go there anymore. That was just something we did to survive. That was our bread and butter. But because of COVID, I was getting close to retiring anyway, but COVID just hurried that along. So now, you know, that's on the back shelf. So we reintroduced some of our old habits of knowing how to get out and do this stuff. And this is what we want to teach you. I'm not going to show you what me and my wife are doing. I'm going to teach you how to do this. Everything, every secret, like when you see me doing something, I'm going to tell you everything, how how we made decisions, why we made decisions, the homework, the research we do, the tools we use to do it. I'm not just going to say, hey, look at this I got, and we got it for $2 and we sold it for $50. No, I'm going to show you why we knew that, how we found that out. Apps to put on the phone to be able to do things. You know, we don't do books anymore. All this technology is available and it's free. You know, my wife's pretty frugal when it comes to making money decisions. So, you know, in the old days, if I wanted something, by God, I got it. In the new days, being married 21 years, it's a process. We think about it, we discuss it, we research it. My wife will go and find the best deal. Do I like that? I've learned to like it, because guess what? In the end, it keeps money in my pocket and I get what I need to do the things I need to do. It's just a different process. So yeah, I do think about money differently, because I do have a partner, and it means something. So in 2018, before COVID, we had Hurricane Michael in this whole area, in the Tri-States area. The thing went all the way north of here, basically 50 miles from the Gulf Coast shoreline in Panama City Beach, 50 miles inland to Dothan, Alabama. It went from west to east, from a little town called Ebro, which is west of here, all the way to Tallahassee, Florida, up into Alabama and Georgia, which is approximately, you know, just off the top of my head, that's about a 300-mile wide path. I grew up here. We've had hurricanes. I've stayed right here, 25 miles north of the coastline, and I've been through Opal, sitting right here. Nothing happened. Several hurricanes, I've stayed right here. They typically didn't come this far inland, and if they did, you might get moderate damage, minor damage, maybe an odd freak tornado. So that, you know, that was my knowledge of hurricanes, being a Floridian, being a local. But Michael, all right, sorry guys. Get back to where I was. Michael was Michael was different. Michael was different. When it was coming ashore, it was supposed to be a 2. You know, and for a local, nobody gets nervous about a 2. You know, it's just a bad day. But what it did, Michael ended up being a 5. Michael ended up being a 5. And it actually got stronger after it made landfall. And by then it's too late. So, you know, my wife, not being from here, she trusted my decision to either leave or stay. Well, I was watching the radar. I was watching Doppler. I was watching the Hurricane Center. We had internet. We didn't have no, nothing was going on. I could stay right on top of everything. And I made the last minute decision when it was only going to be a 2 to stay. And we had the grandkids with us. And then it ended up being a 5. So we did a lot of praying, and at least they were okay. And our little house wasn't touched. We live in a tiny house. That's our decision that we had made prior to the hurricane, to do a tiny house, because it's just me and my wife. And anyway, nothing touched it. And everybody was okay. And I don't have a garage. Our car was right out by the house, out in the yard. Nothing touched our car, nothing. All of our neighbors, had trees through their house. Houses that had been there for 30 years, 40 years. Beautiful homes. Beautiful big oak trees, hundreds of years old. All that's gone. But everybody's okay for the most part. And that's what matters. And I thought we had it whipped, I thought, wow, that was a horrible decision we made, or I made, to not get out of here. But we never had a storm like that before. I think that was a first for the records, for meteorologists, whatever you want to call them, weather people, the Hurricane Center. They had nothing to compare it to. So something's changing in this world, or maybe it's a 100-year cycle thing that's not part of my generation. Who knows? I feel bad for that decision that I made, but I'm thankful that we come out okay. So I thought we had it whipped, and our kids had to relocate. They lost their place out on the beach, so we helped them, and now they're a few miles away, but they're okay. Kids are okay. They're settled. Everything's good. Everybody, this is 2 years later, 3 years later. People are still rebuilding. I'll show you some footage of that too. I'm going to show you footage that you don't see. You see the mainstream news, and that's all made up. They don't show you the real stuff that people are still going through. It's all hidden. But I'm going to expose all that. I'm going to show you that, because this is our surroundings. This is what we're working with, and we have to see this every day. But you know what? We're fighters, so we're going to stay strong. This is what we got to work with. So guess what? We make lemonade out of lemons, or whatever little thing you want to throw in there. But you know, I thought we had it whipped, and I got to talk about this, and then I'm gonna be done with all this stuff and try to do positive, energetic stuff. But this is stuff you got to know about us. And I apologize. We're right near a major highway, so I thought we had this Michael thing behind us. You know, our little house was okay, our car was okay, kids are okay. I said we can do this. And then a few weeks later, maybe pushing a month later, it seemed like a couple weeks. My wife got word, started having some breathing problems. And we thought, well, you know, there's a lot of stuff stirred up in there. You know, you take a 50-year-old building that's blowed to pieces. Well, there's 50-year-old whatever that was in that building, and now it's all blowed in the air. We got plants that grow here now that we don't know where they come from, you know. So, who knows? But her breathing got worse and worse to the point where we got scared. And this one particular night, we were getting ready for bed, and I could see the fear in her eyes. She said, this ain't getting good, and I'm scared. And she says, and you know, we got doctors, you know, we both have doctors. So I called 911. I called the ambulance, and they came really quick. I'm so grateful they came so quick. And basically they loaded her up, and I chased the ambulance all the way to the ER, and not knowing what was going on. Still a mystery. But she was in intensive care for 30 days, and nobody could tell me anything, you know. Believe me, I had 1,000 questions and I got 0 answers. And so then they were going to transfer her to Pensacola. And about 2 days before they transferred her to Pensacola, which is about 2 hours west of here, you know, she had like 6, 7 of these specialist doctor, you know, heart doctors, lung doctors, brain doctors. They couldn't tell me anything. All they told me was this one particular night, which is not a good night, was to get the kids around because, you know, that she wasn't going to come through the night. So I did just that, and they all came. They had to travel very far. They all showed up, and we prayed, and basically put it in God's. We put it in God's hands. And short story long, she's here with us today. But it turned our world as upside down as a hurricane. So yeah, did we survive the hurricane? Yes. You know, did we receive damage? In a different way. My wife spent months in rehab. My wife was type A, sharp as a tack. And I went a few months, almost a year, without seeing that, and nobody could tell me anything. You know, is it coming back? You know, she didn't know who I was. She didn't know the grandkids. She couldn't tell you anything about our house, our car. And then, you know, you ask doctors what's going on, and they look at you and they say, well, you know, there's no stroke, there's no blood clot, you know, there's no pneumonia. Okay, well, what's all this about? Well, we don't know. Okay, fine. Is this going to get better? Well, we don't know. You know, nobody knew anything. And that was the frustrating part, because you're watching somebody, you know, that is basically helpless. And it isn't that type of person. But guess what? She's back. And her wits are back. She's sharp as a tack again. It was just a process. You know, it was a stepping stone. And I'm indebted for that. I don't know if you guys watch other channels. I hope you do, because I sure do. And the reason I'm having a hard time with this is I watched Jimmy Houston, and something very similar happened to his wife, you know, without warning. And I know exactly what he's going through, but you know, he's a survivor just like us. And so I can I know exactly where he's at. But we're past this. This is just something we got to let you guys, you know, this is us, and we're not going to hide anything. And but God is not going to hand you nothing that you can't handle. And we are living proof of this stuff. And so yeah, here's where we're going to deal with this. The big man is in charge, and we're just down here playing. And we are grateful and blessed that he's allowing us to do what we do. And, so that whole deal that I just discussed, you know, affected a lot of things. So we processed all of it and decided how we're gonna finish out some of our stuff. Which, you know, all this will make sense when you start watching my videos and subscribing, please, and like us. It'll all make sense. This is just something we had to get out of the way to show you that we're honest and we're wholesome people. I don't BS nobody. I'm not affiliated with nobody. I might mention people, but if I mention people, it's because I've learned from them, and I like that. You know, I'm going to mention some people that, you know, You ain't got to go watch them. You don't. Only because when I say it, it don't mean, hey, go follow them or all this stuff. It's just, these are just sources where we've picked up on some stuff. You know, it's got us up to speed. And, you know, like I mentioned earlier, Jimmy Hughes. Yeah, I watch Jimmy because, hey, I'm in the South. We like fishing, which we're going to show you videos of that. It's a lot of our off time is fishing. So, you know, we've watched Jimmy Houston. We've watched Roland Martin on YouTube. We've watched What the Hells on YouTube. I've watched Storage Auction Pirate, Locker Nuts, Little Jeebus, you know. And that's kind of how all this started. We'd sit and watch these things, you know, and say, hey, we've done that. And hey, we've done that. And my God, we've done that. And then, wow, we've been doing that for 20 years. The only thing we didn't make a video. And I thought, wait a minute. Let's show these people the real deal. Because from what I've been watching and I've learned from these videos, sometimes when these videos get up to a certain level, a little bit of trickery starts taking place. And it's harmless. It really is. It's harmless. But it's not the real deal. And I get it. I totally get it. You know, hey, I got to make a video. Hey, I got to make a video. Your life becomes, oh, I just need a video. I'm trying to fill up and make a video. The real world ain't like that. The real world is make a video when you can squeeze in making a video and make room and time. Because, you know, no two people are alike. There might not be a couple like me and my wife. You know, you might have kids. You might have a special needs person. You might have some disabilities that, you know, I'm cool with all that. But if you'll talk to us and exchange things with us, believe me, I'm not out to hurt anybody. I want to help everybody. And Dr. Lori's another one. Yeah, she's going to rub people. If you go watch Dr. Lori, which we've learned a vast amount of things from her. If you go watch Dr. Lori, you got to kind of put blinders on. Just watch it for the educational reasons. Don't watch it for the human interaction, because she might rub people the wrong way. And I'm sure she rubs a lot of people a lot of wrong ways. But there is some stuff to be learned there. You know, we learned some stuff. So, you know, I'll pop over there, pick up on that. But after watching these videos, everything these videos are doing, we've been doing for 20 years. 20 years. We just didn't make videos. We were buying storage units. I had a partner, was a local celebrity. We were a team. We would go buy people's houses out, you know. We'd go buy storage units, estate sales. He had a resale shop. I have a friend now, I'll show you some video of that. He's in resale. This has been going on for 20 years. And that's just with my wife and my partner. I can add a few years to that just growing up right here. Buried in stuff. 30 acres of stuff. And I'll show you some footage of my dad and his little empire. And lots and lots and lots of stuff other than just making a video about, hey, let's go buy something and flip it. That's the easy part. The hard part is, what are we looking for? You know, do I buy this? Do I not buy this? I don't know. That's what we're going to teach you. And, you know, are we rich? We're rich in here. And we have fun. We're fun employed. Do I want to be doing anything different? No. I love this. Like I told you in another video, my wife just started a thing where if somebody has a yard sale or whatever they have, and they don't want to fool with the leftovers, call us, contact us, email us. We're going to go check it out. We'll take care of it for them. And another thing I want to talk about is how to interact with people. Some of these things we do, you know, it just didn't happen today, okay? So if you see a video of us at a particular place, and I've got 2 or 3 places like that, that didn't happen today. That took, I've got one particular place, it took me 2 years to get these people to warm up to me. And it's a tool. Is it complete honesty? Yes. Because some of the stuff we're doing, some people, you know, when you first approach them, you're not going to get a deal. They don't know who you are. They don't know what you're up to. They're treating you just like they would any other person that's going to walk up and they're trying to sell something. You know, there's a barrier there. Well, I'm going to teach you how to tear down these barriers. Does it happen in one day? No. Can it happen in one day? Yeah. You got to be humble. You got to be thankful. Is every day a good day? No. No. We have some days we come home, you know, and we're a little disappointed, but do we know the next day can turn it completely around? A 180, 360, whatever. That's the thrill of it. We just went to an estate sale. The girl wasn't ready. We were there early. We told her, you know, hey, no problem. It's just not a big deal. It's just not a big deal. We're not in no hurry. We're here for you. So we waited around. Well, anyway, I made a little clip about this. I just want to explain that we stuck it out. We waited for her to open up her garage. And by doing that, it was a free-for-all because a lot of people showed up in that time. And we knew it before it even happened, you know, but it happened. So it's basically grab a box and run. So my wife grabbed one box and I grabbed another box. Was it a mystery? Yes. Was it a gamble? Yes. Did it go the way we wanted it to? No. The 30 minutes we would have had to make some decisions was out the window. Do we like doing that? No. Is that the way to do an estate sale? No. You know, money don't come easy, and we're living proof of that. So you got to make smart, educated decisions. Is there a gamble factor in there? Yeah, sometimes, you know, when all else fails, you know, maybe you do got to gamble a little bit. Is it always going to pay off? No. You're going to get stuck with stuff. You're thinking, what was I thinking? Or was I even thinking? No. But you get caught up in the madness about stuff. And but I'll show you that stuff. We got it home and we're going to be fine. You know, I think we spent 30, maybe 40 bucks. And you know, we got blessed. We're going to do okay. We probably going to make $300 to $500 by the time it's over. You know, it don't happen overnight. Some of the stuff I really don't even know what we have. I'm not a sports person other than motorsports. When it comes to baseball, football, things like that, that's where I'm weak. I gotta do my homework. I gotta educate myself. Do I get deals on sports memorabilia? All the time. Do I pass on them? Yes, I do, because I'm not comfortable with it yet, but I'm learning. Is it a hot market right now? Smoking hot. Vintage sports is smoking hot. Now's the time. Get it on there. Get it gone. Get the profit. While, you know, ride the wave. Whatever you want to call it. And that's why I grabbed that stuff, because we didn't have a little of that stuff going on, but we do now. And we might add to it as I learn to take advantage of the market. You know, where's the market? Well, you know, there's eBay, there's Macari, there's Poshmark, there's Ruby Lane. We're going to teach you what stuff belongs in what category. You know, some things, if we do our homework and we got things, and if there's no market for it, the correct market, then by God, we're going to have a garage sale. Do I want to store this stuff? No, that's costing me money. So there's ways to get rid of it. You know, sometimes you're not really taking a loss, you're just making room for new stuff that ain't going to sit around long. That's the whole trick to some of this. Grab it, flip it, move on. You don't want to hold on to something. You don't want to hold on to something waiting for it to go up in value. That can take years. So I might have to edit some of this, because I didn't realize on this property, I thought I wouldn't hear all this highway noise, but I'm hearing a lot of highway noise. But I wanted to start my video here, you know, because I can't drive up to Michigan and show you where my wife's stomping ground is, you know. I mean, I could, but that's that's 1,250 miles of driving, which I'm willing to do. I love driving. But what I want you guys to watch is, we have about we've worked up to about I'm willing to go 500 miles to do things, and you're going to see video of all this. I've got some relatives in Kentucky, and we're doing, you know, I'm based in Florida, in the Panhandle of Florida. So, you know, we're already venturing into Alabama, Georgia, Jacksonville, Pensacola. I ain't been too far south yet, but that's coming. Believe me, we've been down there, but not for these videos. But we're going to do it, and you're going to be along with us for all of it, because guess what? I invested in a nice camera and a nice microphone, I hope. So now there's no excuses for me to make videos. I've been kind of dragging about, you know, I got to make some videos, got to make some videos, got to make some videos. And I've made some little bits and pieces, but the main part about this video is I want to pass this on. And if we can help one person, that's my only goal. One. I'm sure it's going to help more, but I just want to turn one person's life around and prove to them that you can do this. And it don't take a lot to get started. You know, you can take $20. You can take $50 if it's available. You know, $100. And you can use that as your benchmark. And I will prove to you that you can turn that. You know, you can turn $1 into $20. You can turn $100 into $300. But I'm going to show you how. Me and my wife are going to show you how. Ramblin Man is going to show you how. And I'm not going to let anybody down. Now that I'm committed to this, I'm that type of person. If I'm going to commit to something, then I'm all in. And you can ask my wife that. I've been almost divorced, I think, 5 times now, over things I've gotten into that I've went completely overboard with. Watches being one of them. I am all about watches. If you got watch questions, you can just ask Ramblin Man here, and I'm your guy. Antiques, we got a lot of antique knowledge. Vintage things, my wife's got a lot of knowledge in crafting things. Jewelry is her It's her little cup of tea. She's my jewelry mama. And you know, I've got my mama and my dad, but they're not going to be in a lot of my videos because, you know, they're up in age and they're kind of doing their thing, and I got to respect those boundaries, and I'm willing to do that. But some of it come from them. You know, they're collectors. I'm sure a lot of you guys are collectors, and that's fine. But we just want to show people that there's opportunities in some of the strangest places that you haven't even thought about that we're going to show you. So if you just like us and follow us and just watch our videos and subscribe and share, that's the main thing. Just share. I'm not trying to profit from this. You know, we've got that under control. I'm more about sharing this stuff and educating people that are willing to take a gamble with us, that we're going to steer them in the right direction. And so there's thousands of videos to come. I'm going to do interviews with some of the local people that are characters. You know, you meet a lot of people in your life, but you don't meet a lot of characters. And that's what I'm all about. I want to show you some things that, some of the history, and when people had character. You know, like me, I'm working on my character. I've probably been a character to people, but with this YouTube thing, you know, hey, I'm Ramblin Man. Is that really the character I am? Not in real life. Is it going to become my character? The name will. Ramblin Man will be what you know me as. But, you know, John is the character that you're going to be watching. But we're going to go with Ramblin Man because we do a lot of rambling. And, you know, you could call us Pilfer Palace. We do a lot of pilfering. There's just so much to this. And videos, you know, about the area. You're going to travel with us. You're going to be seeing what we see. You're going to hear what we hear. And you're going to watch us profit. You know, I'm not going to hide any of that from you guys. You know. But we did just acquire an RV. And we nicknamed her Big Bertha Ray. Betsy Ray, I'm sorry. Big Betsy Ray. And this is Betsy, our little SUV that we've had for a while. And my granddaughter asked me one day, you know, I was letting her drive, and she was sitting up here, and we were kind of going up this little hill in a state park, and I was letting her drive. You know, that was a big deal to her. And we were going up this hill, and I pretended like, you know, we didn't know if this car was going to make it or not. And so I told her, I said, you know, come on, Betsy. And so she still remembers that, and she still calls this Betsy. So the RV we plan to fix up, clean up, and take the grandkids on some trips for some memories. And that's really why we did it. We want to make memories with our grandchildren. And so we nicknamed it, you know, Big Betsy Ray. And because her name's Ray or Raylan, Ray. And they are all excited about it. So, you know, we're going to go on some short trips. They won't know how far we're traveling, you know, and just to make memories. But you're going to see that whole process of it sitting in my yard, the pressure washing, the recool sealing the roof, cleaning the air conditioners out, getting them all up to par, checking out the generator, making sure it's all 100%, checking over all the wiring, putting new lights on it, new tires, getting it roadworthy. And then, you know, hey, when we're done with it, knowing me, we'll probably flip it, because me and my wife really been wanting a small boat that we can fish in, because right now we're fishing from shore. And so, you know, down the road, if you'll follow us, you'll see all that happen, all of it. I'm basically going to expose my whole life and my wife's life and our partnership. I'm just going to expose everything to you guys. And I hope you'll enjoy all this stuff. And I'm going to drop a lot of names. And none of this is for promotional stuff or, oh, I'm associated with this or I'm associated with that. Guess what? I'm not associated with nothing. And I don't want to be, you know. If it gets to that level, which I hope it does, am I going to accept some stuff? Yeah, sure. Would I be a fool not to? Yeah. But am I doing it for that? No. I'm doing it because, you know, I want somebody else to do this and say, hey, you know, old Ramblin Man showed us this stuff, him and his wife and his partner. I learned this from them. And it's still working, you know. And because, hey, guys, we're living in some tough times. We're living in some times where there's a lot of questions. And this ain't political. This got nothing to do with politics. This is I don't know what this is we're living in now. I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm not educated enough to give you an answer. What I can tell you is from my wife's upbringing and my upbringing, I don't know what this is. I really don't. I want to think the best, but I'm going to make sure that anybody we can affect knows how to be kind to people. And you know, you still gotta. You can't let your guard down. Don't get me wrong. Don't take this the wrong way. You can't let your guard down. But you have to be able to solve the puzzle of what people are up to. Because there's people that will just eat you alive and not give it a second thought. And I'm going to make a little short video about that. Something that affected me directly. Somebody I knew for 8 years in a professional setting for 8 years. Just to prove to you guys, when you think you know somebody, they're wolves in sheep's clothing. And completely caught me off guard. Completely. But that's a whole separate video. And that's just a video for some whole other content. And you know, that'll just be out there. If you want to watch it, hey, you can watch it. If you don't, it's no big deal. But I would like you guys to watch our videos. I think you'll be amused. I'm going to try to be humorous. I do have a dry sense of humor. Sometimes when I am humorous, it people take me the wrong way. They don't see the humor in it. But that's just me. But there's going to be some humor. There's going to be some fun times. I'm going to get my wife to take all the outtakes, and there's a ton of those, and I want her to make up an outtake video, because we're just going to let it roll. And we just want people to love and care about everybody, and you know, try to be a wholesome, good person. You know, if you can help somebody, even if it's $1. Maybe it's not even money. If you could give somebody a ride, or just go check on somebody, just say, hey, you know, is there something I can do for you? That kind of stuff. And we're going to show you, because this is what we do every day. Every day. We don't even think about it. It's something we just do. And do we try to protect ourselves? Absolutely. Do we want to be good people? Yes, we do. Are we helping people? I think so. And I hope, you know, sometimes a little, I hope it goes a long ways. And I'm also going to make a separate video about things you can do to stay positive, you know, and pull yourself out and tie your bootstraps up, or whatever you want to call it. to just grit your teeth and push through it, and you'll be rewarded tenfold. So those are all future videos, just little snippets separate from what we do every day. But I'm going to wrap it up, and I want you guys to like us, love us, subscribe to us, share us. You know, I'll try to do some funny stuff. I will, because I'm a funny guy. And for now, we're going to do peace out, because, you know, talking about all this stuff got me a little emotional. So, peace out.